When you think of Dracula, the Wolfman, Frankenstein, the word that comes to mind is monster. But what of man? Has his tireless tarnishing of this land that we call Mother Earth not worthy of the title? What horrors man has wrought, time and time again, to not only the peaceful creatures that roam the earth, but to one another. Does history fail to recognize man's constant meddling in the matters that do not concern him, ring nothing short of the Merriam-Webster's dictionary definition of monster? And despite all the tales of terror, nightmarish novels, and frightening films depicting these characters, it might just be that we, humans, are the real monsters. Wait. Oh, never mind. I googled it. These are the real monsters. Premiering almost exactly 26 years ago today, Aaahh! Real Monsters was Nickelodeon's fifth Nicktoon. And where it wasn't as successful as the other four, it still managed to get itself a video game. So it must have done something right. In the spirit of Halloween, and in honor of Aaahh! Real Monsters' 26th birthday, we're going to bone up on Real Monsters for Sega Genesis. Aaahh! Real Monsters was released not only on the Sega Genesis, but the Super Nintendo in August of 1995, 10 months after the show's airing. Both versions were welcomed to some underwhelming reviews. But this is a game based off a childhood cartoon that I enjoyed. How bad could it possibly be? Alright, I get it. So it's clear that this game deserves some of its lukewarm reception, but there's gotta be something redeeming to this game beyond my prescription rose-tinted glasses. So let's get scaring. We're already late for class. It's midterms at the Monster Academy, and the Gromble has some tasks for Ickis, Crumb, and Oblina to complete in order to become quote-unquote real monsters. And sadly, there's not much to the game outside of that story-wise. And the gameplay isn't too thrilling either. The tasks assigned to you are to get a certain piece of trash and make it to the end of the level, or scare a specific target, while also getting the piece of trash that you need. My big gripe with this is that the trash, nor the scaring victim, is hidden at all. This really hampers any sort of exploration this game could have offered. Each character has the ability to scare enemies by throwing trash at them, or by scaring them. The scare defeats all enemies on screen, but costs a monster manual, which are littered around in each level. Fortunately, the trash is generally good enough to handle most situations. You can upgrade your trash to a temporary triple throw with bags of fresh trash and fish bones. You can also find miscellaneous garbage, which adds to your Snorch score at the end of the level, along with the number of enemies defeated. Aiming for the best ratings is the only real replay value this game has. You have the ability to switch between the three characters, but you aren't given much incentive to switch off of Oblina. As the tallest, she is the only one who can reach certain collectibles and platforms. Occasionally you'll switch to Ickis to take advantage of its smaller hitbox, but Crumb sadly doesn't have much going for him. Sorry, buddy. Each character has a unique combo skill that are necessary for certain obstacles, except Crumb's. Oblina uses her comrades as a ladder and gets tossed upwards to reach high places, and Ickis gets tossed Bowser style for horizontal flavored challenges. Crumb, however, gets his eyeball golfed to scout ahead, As stated previously, exploration takes a backseat in this game, so this ability proves of very, very little use. This stale gameplay, lack of any real story, and lack of character balance is just the tip of the iceberg for the number of issues in this game. The combo skills, while looking good on paper, make for a mess in practice. Oblina's ability is used very often, and the startup is just slow enough to make you groan whenever you have to use it. What's worse is that during the startup, your characters reposition themselves before the animation, leading to a bunch of unnecessary damage and even death. On the subject of damage and death, there is no death animations in this game. Your characters just stop moving and the screen fades out. I thought the game was crashing, but it was just poor game design. The invincibility frames after getting hit are nearly non-existent, leading to a lot of unfair damage, but just as quickly as this game takes life from you, they will just as quickly give you HP and 1-ups as if they know they f***ed up and feel bad about it. This game really can't make up its mind if it wants to be hard or not. Another big issue this game has is enemy AI. Some enemies and bosses are dull as rocks, while some are absolutely relentless and far too fast. Mix that with a lack of invincibility frames and you got yourself a recipe for quite an upsetting experience. The music isn't awful. It's simple, very cartoony, very spooky-ish sounding. Well, obviously not as good as the cartoon. It's only slightly ear-splitting at times. Not bad enough to hit the mute button, but not good enough to willingly subject myself to it recreationally. The level design in this game is also a big problem. It's bad enough the levels look and feel dull, it's even worse that they're uncomfortably long. The back of the box touts 25 different monster levels, including 5 bonus levels. First off, the 5 bonus levels are literally the same level of Ickis and Crumb projecting each other on a seesaw collecting T-Rex skulls. And the other 20 are just 6 levels broken up into different acts. And even if you total it up, there's one level that is missing, that can be found in the Super Nintendo release. I'll take that loss, if it means this game will be over sooner. After playing this game, and watching the first season of Aaahh! Real Monsters, it's clear that the development of this game was most definitely rushed. There are so many cool settings and stories that would have made fantastic levels for this game. However, the settings we got are boring, the gameplay is repetitive, the music isn't memorable, the characters lack any of the charm that they have in the cartoon. Most of the mechanical flaws in this game seem like unfortunate oversights by the developers. This game was either made by people who were very passionate about the cartoon but didn't have the skills to make a balanced game, or, just as likely, if not more likely, by a group of skilled developers that just didn't give a crap about it. The jury's still out on that one. I really did dig deep to try to find some good in this game outside of a cheap nostalgia trip, but much to my dismay, all I'm able to provide for this cartoon on the hallowest of eves and its belated 26th birthday is just another scary story about a video game that was born without a soul. And I don't know about you, but that's pretty damn scary. Have a happy Halloween.